Today is Friday, September the 7th, 2018. Coming down to 5 days before I turn the Social Security age. And I've been doing these videos for a while now. I'm reading the back, reading in the studio, I'm reading some Jerry Lewis life story. And I'll tell you something. The first day I heard rock and roll live was B.B. King, August 9th, 1971. I'm sitting on the curb with my cousins, man named Mountains on the door, and I said to them, well, where are we going in there? No, with 100 tickets. I looked, and there on the curb was a little bit of stuff. I said, I'm going in there. Like, yeah, right. Well, I was fresh up from Virginia. Okay? I didn't know what rock and roll was. I like Neil Diamond. I still do. And yeah, I walked in, and the doors opened, and there was the future. Blue funny smoke, and all kinds of brown people and black people, and ladies throwing panties, and they were all brown and black. I was the only white kid. Short little Virginia haircut. My parents made me have. So tonight, I want to make some Jerry Lee Lewis salad. So that means you got to have some Louisiana hot sauce, some vegetables, some chicken stuff. I find that the olive juice really brings a nice tart to this. And I'm going to use some chicken. And part of living socially secure is to constantly use subsidized ingredients, and pasta is one of the best subsidized ingredients. So I'm going to make a stew. And I saved some so I can make some chicken salad later. But the other day, I thought up 6 huge chicken breasts, not a bone in them. So, you know, I make this up and say, hold on. I thought, okay, I'll have some green beans I cut myself, washed myself. Got some leftover concentrated stoop juice. This is from the pan of chicken that I cooked. Last time I cooked some, I had skins. And in here, this is a way I use Ahold containers. Anybody can do this. These are waxed containers, and in there is chopped chicken meat. And that seals it, and then I cover it with the tin foil. Okay. So now over here are the I call these carrot chunks because I square them. It helps them cook easier. So I've got chicken grease soup, green beans I cooked myself, and this is chicken fat and buttermilk flour. I got a bunch of new friends still in Emberg, Kennicksburg, and we got the Senior Citizen Club. The government funds part of it based on the mapping funds, Cumberland County Assistance Office and all that. So, you know, it's subsidized living, but you pay these taxes for 48 years. 48 years every paycheck I got. Because I didn't have a home that was with a mortgage on it. I didn't get an income tax deduction from the interest, but they took my money every 2 weeks. So I don't feel bad to go down to Mechanicsburg Place, which is a senior citizens club, a couple pool tables, lunch if you reserve it. And no walking in, this ain't no free lunch, you got a plan to go there. There's sweet people from my generation, a little bit older. So the way I see this, I have to do is, I gotta put the ingredients in order. As you might see on a lot of my videos on living socially secure, I use my professional restaurant experience. And I really strive, you know, that I'm using sanitation, professional sanitation. So, gotta use a little bit of leftovers. I'll get the spoon out of the way because it's probably gonna hand them out jerk on it. But there is stuff that I want, okay? So I'm gonna come here, and these are, this is about a 40-minute video, I think, and I got this book for Jerry Lee Lewis right in the back. So number 23, Regato. And anybody knows pasta knows they give you a number. And where is this from? Regato al Forno. It's ground beef, but I don't have that. Distributed by New World Pasta Company, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I gotta find who they are. Ingredients: semolina, of course, wheat, durum flour, wheat, niacin, ferrous sulfate, iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, and folic acid. Contains wheat, manufactured in a facility that uses eggs. I bet there were some peanuts near that. Still, it doesn't tell you where this wheat came from, but from my experience reading New York Times every day for 46 years, a lot of wheat is subsidized from overseas. And even though this is a fake Italian brand, San Giorgio, I'm figuring that the wheat is from overseas. So I already got my stuff open here. I'll make sure that so now what I have is, last time I cooked some chicken, I reused my Gatorade bottles, and there's a little structural problem. They open up, but it was immediately done by temperature. As soon as it's done, I cooked it. So I'm coming in here, okay, and that's now the base. And I'm going to put in the chicken fat. Now, you can't just take flour to chicken fat and stick it in there. It'll stick and it'll lump up. So I'm going to stir this down so it's like a chicken soup base. And if you get it real fast, less than 5 flies. And then I like a lot of salt. People are like, oh, salt's bad. Yes, so's wheat bread. I blended food in union factories. Don't tell me how to eat. So now, let's go, get it off the oven. Once you've been a union food producer in Toledo, New Jersey, and the union was heavily Italian, but the food was kosher, you learn that you can mix. Now, I've been dying to get rid of this Frank's Red hot sauce, cayenne pepper sauce. Okay, get this going. So, my goal here is to this liquid, there's now liquid covering 2/3 of my noodles. That'll keep them soft. I had to come out and do this before the noodles got hard. And when I do this, and I break it down into sub meals, I do slice a lot of the noodles because then you have easier to digest. So now, okay, as this starts to boil, before I can add this chicken fat with buttermilk flour in there, I have to have a lot more liquid. So, in honor of my celebration of turning 62, I'm entering in all of Frank's hot sauce, because you know what the lady on TV says? I'll put that stuff in everything. And I would not get rid of that bottle. I will fill that with water and let it soak. I also have to be cognizant of stomach problems. So I put that on high, gas is the best. And now I've stirred in the remnants of Frank's hot sauce, okay? So goal here is we're making pasta fuego. Fuego is Spanish for hot, fire, okay? Now, I have subsidized Wegmans Tom Tom sauce, a spicy Szechuan chili garlic sauce. Chili and garlic and Szechuan. Whee! So you have to be able to have the ingredients, and that is the noodles, absorb the spices. Because this will come out to be probably 10 meals. The base of it will be about 6, and then maybe 4 will actually be the whole meal. Background, we got some subsidized music out of a Philly station called WRTI. It's Friday night, okay, Memorial Day just happened. We've had a lot of heat here over the last 8 weeks, and today the temperature finally went down so I can cook. Normally I have to cook between midnight and 3 in the morning. Currently it's 7:51. So with this big pan my sister gave me, they do a swirl cook. So you can't only always go in circles. You go to the center and pull it back. You move over, reverse clock, center and pull it back. Meanwhile, all around the side, the liquid is heating up. Center and pull it back. And, you know, I do say, don't drink alcohol and cook because you get dehydrated. Center and pull it back. Now I had probably 3 ounces of beer, so I have to be careful. Center and pull it back. Take it to the center. So now by the time I get around to the clock, back to 7 o'clock, this over here, 6:30, 5 o'clock, 4:30 and 11, it's sitting there. Some people go, oh, I whip it. Guys, no. Take it to the center, okay? I have a broad spoon. Now I'm going to let the heat of the flame, okay, soften up the noodles. Now this is going to have chicken, okay? It's going to have carrots. I chopped those carrots from fresh carrots myself. They came from a place from the Orchard, Pennsylvania. But I'm thinking I need some water here because I want the noodles to be underwater. So I reuse my Gatorade bottle and I use Appalachian Creek water, meaning this water has come down through the substrates. Shows up here in my humble tin cabin. And now I have, you could actually make this a soup. All the noodles, okay? And I don't want to take that camera down, so I am bringing this kind of stuff up to the camera because I don't know this angle yet, but you can see right there, there's liquid. Back to the gas oven. Put on high for a couple of moments. I keep my utensils on this cutting pad. This is the chicken. When I take the chicken out for lunch, I really dice it down so I don't have digestion problems. I work it to the sink so we have olive juice in there. It just gives it a really nice salty. And now there's enough liquid there that I'm going to try this. I don't usually do Chinese spices. Oh, it just looks hot. So I stir over the sink in case I make a mess. Make sure it hasn't separated. It hasn't. This is a chili. Oh man. Can you tell from mixing this? Oil's already come on my hand. You put this in a minute balance, okay? You can't just like toss this down. So I think it's living dangerous right there. Okay. My spoon, close it up, rinse it off, get it off my hands because I can see my hands get burnt. I don't really do Chinese food whatsoever. I just was never acculturated to it. Even though I'm got some Hebraic blood in me, your blood when you're Irish, when you're half German. You get the freckles. So now I can smell that spice that I added. Stir it in because now the water is hot. And what I want next is the vehicle that's going to make this pasty. Okay, so we'll listen to some jazz for a moment. Put it on low. I fill these Gatorade water bottles up every day. I go through about 15 or 20. Drink 3 gallons of water a day, and the Gatorade bottle is the best way, okay, instead of a water bottle. You let me get water, Ed. Come on, what's wrong with you? Yeah, but you know they go hand to mouth. You have to rinse your hands. You can't work in a restaurant if you drink water. And I can see that tom-tom mix, which I'm going to put in the refrigerator now, start to bubble up, and I can smell it. And as I say in a lot of my videos, you know, cooking is a visual art. Okay, so here we go. This stuff is sticking to the noodles. And so now everything's hot. Now before I put in the carrots and green beans, I'm going to slowly portion and control my buttermilk mix, buttermilk pancake flour with chicken fat. And I'm trying to break it up as I go in. And and you know, it's eventually make a slurry, and I can see that there are pieces of chicken fat in this. I make this up in batches, and then you see now, can't have that whole stuff there. So now you do the stir, or the center and pull it back. Don't go in a circle. The center and pull it back. 4:30, center. 4 o'clock, center. 3:30, center. 3 o'clock. Meanwhile, this around here, 3/4 of it's heating up. 2:30, center. 1:30, noon, center. 11:30, center. Crazy stuff. And you know, you don't taste this right now because it's hot. But I can see it's doing what I want, okay? What I want, I have a lot of this chicken fat with buttermilk. And I wanted to hold the chicken I'm about to put in here. And so then, but first it has to be the binder. That is the pancake flour. There's a former union flour producer, 64,000 pounds of flour a day. Oh, you know, every bag I picked up said 100 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds. I was the dark pump rye specialist. I did the wheat grain specialist that pumped your sales through the roof. Now, okay, we go for the ambient heat. Pull it off with my stove there, my oven. I'm going to use my hands, okay? And I want to sprinkle. Okay? And this is fibrous chicken breast, okay? So some of it's still chunky. And I'm going to put it all in. Now I will cook this so much, it'll get even smaller. So now, I circle it in a little. That piece, I wish I'd sliced it up, but that'll be great for whoever eats this. And I'll eat it, and I'm going to try to share it over the next birthday couple of days. So now you do a little stir, and you don't do the clock stuff. It smells good. I can see the chicken. This chicken smells like chicken.
This is member-supported WRTI. 91.1 FM Philadelphia, 91.3 WRTQ.
I can still see the chili garlic sauce in Szechuan. And I know what it tastes like, right? You good cook will tell you you must have salt. I don't know why, but it's in the rules. For a scooch, I do that. Okay, that's all for scooch. So I want this to be chicken fuego, chicken little fuego. Put some pepper on it. And one of our customers was McCormick Spices, and we did spice bases. So letting the pepper, the salt went in, and it was good. Letting the pepper float just a little on top, so that the heat breaks apart the flavor words in the pepper. Still have some more of this in case I think it needs it, and I don't. The next thing this needs, okay, now I'm going to go for the clock routine. Okay, counterclockwise. 4:30, 3:30, okay, everybody can go backwards if I know. And it smells good. And I'm going to let this sit for a while because I am reading a great book. Now, carrot chunks, okay, little square, a little rectangular. These are great because carrots is very porous. They will absorb the temperature, the flavors, not the temperature, the flavors, okay? They'll pick up the water, okay? And they're fiber, so you stay regular. Now, let them sit there for a couple minutes. Again, I said I think this is going to be a 40-minute video. I'm in about 15, 20 minutes. More chicken to use, and I want to use the chicken up because I have a lot frozen. And if I can make this a sludge, a hot sludge, that's the 10 to 15 meals I'll get out of this, okay? She's smelling good. Got a lot of perfume in the jazz club down in Mississippi. This is Louisiana pure crystal hot sauce, and I got about that much left. Okay. Well, I already put Frank's hot sauce in there. I find this is great. So once again, I color it. I have to show you. I'm letting it sit there for a minute on the different parts of the meal. These are heavy pans. I have to use 2 pans. Okay, I went into bubble, toilet trouble. But I never get sick from this. Okay, because of the starch of the chicken. I heard a Jerry Garcia song, which he being a bluegrass guy, I don't know where he got it. It's probably an old Scotch-Irish tune called "Little Boy Lost." He takes himself so seriously. And there's a bicycle rider, that was me. Little boy, I'm lost. I went off my bike. I'm like, oh, where am I? You have to find my way back. Retrace your steps, you're not lost. Now, go to the center, bring it to the edge. Don't just stir. Center, bring it to the edge. Center, bring it to the edge. Center, bring it to the edge. And you go counterclockwise when you do this. Okay? Now, it's on low, but she's a leveler. Every good meal needs some color. Make sure that's still good. Yes, she is. You know what? I don't think it's any good. Put it out, throw it out. Okay, I don't know what happened. Well, I'm not putting that in my meal. I don't have any Brussels sprouts ready. We got a lot of carrots ready. And now we're going to put this bad boy to bed. Okay. Reach in the cabinet. The larder, as we say up here in Appalachia. And I live 600 feet from the Appalachian Trail, which is a thousands-of-year-old trail. There's some guys on the Hartley and Davidson. Yeah, the green beef is going to be okay, but you go in there, you open it up, and you look at it, you go, what's that grease on those? And then you smell it, and like, no. Old coach rule, when in doubt, throw it out. Why would you want to waste all this food by putting in one bad ingredient? Now I have a chicken melange. Okay? And the added chicken is making the smell of the tom-tom and garlic stuff come out. And that's the chicken, okay? Still nice and fibery. Now I am doing regular stirring here when you get the chicken in. So now I'm gonna go back. Counterclockwise to the half an hour. Bring it to the center. Turn on the spoon. George, who was a cook in the officer's mess, he taught us a lot because he taught us how to climb in the steam kettle cooking. Rumor was that George grew up for many years in the South, a black gentleman, did not know he was free. So they taught him to work really hard. Actually what he was more like a sharecropper. And yeah, I'm Forrest Gump, I'm Zelly, I've seen it all. I've seen sharecroppers, barefoot black kids, standing beside a shack, waving to us northbound people. We used to come across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel at Eastern Shore, Virginia. And there were migrant trucks, which were primarily the early Spanish migrant workers from Mexico. But the kids were barefoot, the black kids, they lived in shacks, and you could see with no plumbing. And they were out there just innocent with the fire of Jesus. They wanted to wave, and they wanted somebody to wave back. That's all they wanted, recognition that they were alive. And our parents said to us, look at them, they don't have any shoes on. We know they had shoes to go to church, being Virginia Baptist Church. Sunday. And this is some sweet stuff. Now, I want to get the carrots in there for the same reason as everything else. Don't use your food up. You lose 10 to 20% in loss. My loss on my food is currently no more than like 7%. So now it's bubbling, but it's low. About to go ahead and put a cover on this. As to say in the recording using this as a wrap. Yeah, I got wrapped on the head by a few nuns. And I was trying to email Nashville today because 5 or 6 years ago I called a music publicist and said, hey, can I do this person's music? And they said, yeah, just attribute it to them. So I made a 23-minute demo. You don't know how long you're going to live, and imagine you think you could send a demo to Nashville. So I tried to send a demo to Nashville today, but it wasn't comfortable. It looked to be a hustle. I'm going to make the phone call again. I'm going to get more minutes on my card and get a meeting or email. Because I sing Appalachian bluegrass. Taught to me by Sean Downey. Sean died, like most Appalachian heroes. Back in his early 20s in a drunken driving crash here on the mountains. My best friend was a superstar rock and roll, could have played for Jerry and Eric and all them boys. He died at 61, a few years back. So now what'll happen is, I'll do a little counterclockwise stirring. Okay. Once I'm sure all my ingredients are mixed, and now my noodles are starting to fall apart, take this up over here, turn this up, catch my Nike shirt on. Okay? I don't know how much of that you can see. Can't smell it, but you see the steam. Has chicken smell, has the olive juice smell, has the chicken fat, the buttermilk powder, the buttermilk pancake. And now I'm going to let it sit there, and the carrots are what's going to get this in there. This is kind of a little bit of an artificial flavoring agent. Again, my first rock concert changed a lot of people's lives. It was B.B. King. If you were ever affected by me, a lot of people were as teenagers. Don't start that day. So here I'm being a little bodacious. Okay? Nice hot, fat, greasy stuff. Because it's got this really nice flavor to it. And there we go. And I decided when I saw it, if it's so thick that it won't come off the plate, it's got some stiffening agents in it that I want. And then, so when I'm done, okay, I'm going to put some liquid, probably from this melange, and I'm going to put that in the Frank's hot sauce jar. That's kind of what I started off with. It was chicken fat, okay, throwing some white bread, and again, if I tell you stories about wheat bread, churner, and all multi-grains, you wouldn't eat strictly white. I eat strictly white wheat flour. And that's what it sounded like in that B.B. King concert, August 9, 1971, the Ritz. And it was a 3-level theater. And I was the only white guy, and I went down, sat in the second row, and I saw B.B. King play Lucille, and a band, and the horns, and I played trumpet. And these healthy-looking fat black ladies throwing panties at him going, oh, baby, baby, oh, baby, baby. And I'm like, where am I? Little did I know that I had entered the rock and roll world. I found that out, and then I came outside. This is off, and that's off, and my cousins were like, well, where were you? I said, I was inside, second row. Yeah, pile of shit. They were determined to show me I was full of shit. He said, we're going to show you how to get in the hall. I don't know, do you think I was hanging around a corner for 3 hours? It's about 20 of these New York City thugs, and myself, now a Virginia rock and roll. We go around the side and we rip open this chain fence, and they boost me up to the fire escape, which is those weighted things in New York. And they pulled down the fire escape, and we all ran up it. We ran to the 3rd floor, and we pulled open, and the door was chained, and the bouncers who were pagans inside ripped it open, and we roared into this hall. 20 hippies running around. It's 1971, August 71. The war's on for 3 more years. run down in there, you know where I go? Same place I did before. I went and hid down the second row. So my first night in Hippiedom, I saw almost 6 hours of B.B. King. About as close as I am to that camera. And then over the years, when I played the rock and roll songs, I lived it. Went to so many bands, so many concerts. Riot Heat 3 or 4 times, Deep Purple. Willie Nelson was a sideman for Waylon Jennings when I saw him. I'm not going to waste the rest of the noodles that came out of that half a pound. I just had to figure out what's the next stage. So, I haven't really got this dirty yet. Using my fingers, this most efficient way, I will repurpose this. I didn't have to recycle. Recycle is if it tears something down, repurpose is if you use it in its current state bad. So now my current state is Pennsylvania, where they're going to give me a death certificate and then burn me up and transport me back to St. Peter's on the Staten Island.